Beautiful day to you, Divine Soul Tribe. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here with you in this now moment. So let's get right into the energy, right into the vibe. Take some deep breaths as we clear the space with some sage incense. Yes. And a little bit of sound. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. If you feel called. Give thanks. So today we are channeling a message for the Divine Feminine Collective. So we're just going to see what messages Divine Spirit has for the Divine Feminine. So remember that this is a collective reading, that many will be watching. So as always, take what resonates and leave what does not, because the message may be for somebody else, but if it's for you, then you'll know. So, Divine Most High, we give thanks and praise for this moment, for this day, for this opportunity to receive clarity, to come into presence and acknowledgement of our divine gifts. And we give thanks for our ancestors, our angels, all of the benevolent beings of righteousness that work with us and that walk with us. We call upon you to sanctify and anoint this sacred space, this sacred moment. And we give thanks for the clarity and the power of the messages that come through today. Ashe. And so it is. So Divine, what messages do you have in store for the Divine Feminine? What do the women and the Divine Feminine in the masculine need to know? Divine, what do we need to know? Let's see. I'm already hearing, it's like you've come so far and you've put in so much work to leave behind the past, to let go of old ways, to stop misusing and misdirecting your energy, to stop fighting the flow of your life, stop fighting your progress and your path forward. Divine Feminine, Wow, we have a lot of major arcana cards coming out. Let's see. Spirit, what does the Divine Feminine need to know at this time? Right now is a time of healing in your life. Right now is a time of elevation and expansion and growth. It's like you've been through so much. You've been through a lot. You've had to fight your own inner demons. You had to fight off people and things that have come to bring you down, that have come to drain your energy. And you've come out on the other side and you've recognized that it's your responsibility to have the courage and the fortitude and the strength to put your own demons to rest and to honor and uphold your boundaries in such a way where you do not fight with those that come to fight with you. Because you've stopped fighting with yourself. You've stopped fighting your growth. You've stopped fighting your transformation, and you've started to surrender to the healing, surrender to the illumination of why you've had to go through the experiences that have come into your life, why you've had to learn these challenging lessons of honoring yourself and valuing yourself and becoming a leader in your own life. You are the leader of your own life, and that is part of the lesson that you've been integrating recently, or that you have integrated. That in order for your life to thrive, in order for you to be victorious, in order for you to claim the victory that is here for you, that Spirit is reminding you that you are on the up and up, that you are only moving onward and upward from here. But in order to get into this place and be in this position, you had to recognize where you were misdirecting your energy, where you were putting your energy in, investing your energy in the wrong places. And there was nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't giving you what you desired. Where you were investing your time, energy, money, what you were seeking to build with your energy before, you now recognize was not a fruitful investment. And that is why that experience came into your life, to show you, to allow you to see that in order for you to build what you're here to build, in order for you to live the life of your dreams, Divine Feminine, in order for you to become the woman or the divine being who you have come here to be, you have to know how to invest your time, your energy, your money, your life force, so that you can get some ROI, so that you can see a return on your investment. Because there's no point in investing energy in places that it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to grow. No one wants to plant a seed and water that seed every single day and have it never sprout. And Divine Feminine, you're coming out of a time period, or you're potentially in the thick of it right now, where you've had to look at your own values, and you've come to recognize that those that you have been partnering with may not have been, or were not in alignment with your values. And you didn't know that at first. You didn't know that when you first met these people, when you first started to engage and interact with these beings. It's like Divine Feminine, Spirit has shown you something about your partnerships, has shown you that some of your partnerships served their purpose then in order for you to see yourself more clearly, in order for you to recognize your own power and your own value. But they served their purpose then, and it has been revealed to you that not all of the relationships that you've had up until this point can go with you into your next level, can go with you into your next stage. Because some of these partnerships, some of these people who are in your life, some of these projects that you were building with these people didn't come to pass. They couldn't grow. Divine wouldn't allow it to get to that next stage because these people did not have your best interests at heart. Divine Feminine, you have been recently shown that not everyone is to be accepted and welcomed into your inner sanctum. Not everyone is for you to collaborate with, because not everyone's values are aligned with your values. Not everybody loves the way that you love. Not everybody extends the purity of their heart in the way that you do. And you've had to, unfortunately, learn these lessons the hard way, Divine Feminine. Let's see. We have the Hermit in reverse. And I will, Divine, what is the clarifying card? Please give us a clarifying card. Tell me more about this Hermit in reverse. Wow. You've recently had to pull back a lot. You've had to pull back your energy. You've had to go into the inner world, go into the inner sanctum, and start to give your energy back to yourself, redirect your energy back to yourself. It was like you used to be a life of the party, so open with your love, so giving with your energy, even to the point of like, it's like your energy, you are so charming, you are so magnetic, you are so beautiful and vibrant. You have such a warm and welcoming and inviting energy. And maybe at one point in your life, you know, it's like people that are charming and magnetic will often use their energy to get what they want, to get what they desire, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're moving in integrity, as long as that which you desire is in alignment with higher values and principles, as long as you're not doing no dirt, doing nothing shady. But you've had to learn how to use your charm and your magnetism in a way that is in integrity. And that's also why you attracted different energies, different beings, different reflections in your life, who are showing you that maybe you weren't fully in integrity in the way that you were moving and maneuvering your energy. Because when we start to ascend, Divine Feminine, when we start to become more conscious, become more aware, and start to move our energy in such a way where we're growing and building, and we want to be better, we want to transform into our highest version, highest self, you may have recently started to see the error of your ways in the past. And this may have been reflected to you recently by seeing that some of the people in your life was shady, was manipulative, was doing some type of dirt, and did not have your best interest at heart. And it's taken you coming into your strength, seeing yourself clearly, looking honestly at your vices, looking honestly at your shadow, looking honestly at the negative patterns and habits that you've used to distract yourself from your purpose, from your growth, from the victory that is already here for you. You've had to start really looking authentically and honestly at yourself. It's like when something happens, when it's like the tower energy, something happens in our lives to shake us up, something unexpected comes our way to break us open so that we can see, ourselves more clearly, so that we can take more accountability and responsibility for whatever is going on in our lives. And it's like, I feel like you're coming out of this period of having to tame your own inner lion, having to look at yourself honestly, and having the self-control and the strength to not fight with those who have come to fight with you, to take the higher route, to take the higher road, and to not return the same petty and even wicked treatment that you've received. It's taken a lot of strength and courage and fortitude to not dish out what you've received and what you've experienced, and just know that your victory will come and is coming from that. Your abundance, your personal satisfaction and fulfillment is coming from the fact that you did not give in to these forces, these negative, dark, vampiric, parasitic forces that came into your life essentially to rise you up and to reflect to you where you were in contrast to where you desire to be. So spirit has had to remove people from your life that had no business being around you, has had to dissolve projects and creations that maybe you had been working on with these people that could not come to pass, because had they, you would have been locked into some contract. You would have been stuck in some situation that was ultimately, eventually going to bring you down, drain your energy, drain your finances, drain your money. And it, in some ways, it already was. You just didn't recognize it. And something had to come in to shake you up and remove these people from around you so that you could reclaim your energy, so that you could learn the importance of investing your energy with intention, with integrity, only in places where it will truly grow and expand and get you where you need to go, which is this fulfillment, this satisfaction. The Nine of Pentacles is about going through and completing a cycle in which you've learned all of the lessons necessary to come to a point where you feel internally, you feel satisfied, you feel content, you feel joyful at what you've created, what you've manifested, what you've magnetized, what you've set up for yourself. The way that, and it could be on so many different levels. It's like, Divine Feminine, I see you taking better care of yourself. I see you investing more energy into your beauty, internal and external. I see you investing your energy in your personal growth and your personal development. And that is where your victory is coming from. There's no need oh my gosh, there's no need to fight with those who have come to fight with you. You don't, Divine Feminine, Spirit is saying, be okay with blocking people from your life, blocking people from your energy, whether that be on social media, via the phone, or just energetically in your consciousness. There's no need to defend your position. Anyone that you feel like you have to defend yourself against is not for you, is not meant to be around you. You should not be in a space, Divine Feminine, where you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. You feel like you're constantly being attacked, like someone's constantly coming for you. You don't need to do that anymore. It's onward and upward from here. Don't resist moving forward. Don't resist these inevitable endings that are happening in your life, because they're ultimately for you to be victorious. They're ultimately for you to come into your power and to come into your strength and recognize that your gift, your magnetism, your charisma, the light that you carry, the beauty of your soul, the magnificence of your unique essence is only meant for people and places and spaces that can reciprocate, reflect, and support you in continuing to expand and build your energy in this way. Divine Feminine, it's like you've been through so much, but the worst is behind you. The worst is behind you. You're coming out of a period of pain and stagnation, and you're gaining your strength back. You're in the process of healing, refortifying your mind, tapping back into your emotional resilience. Divine Feminine, be gentle with yourself. This is the star, this healing. So beautiful. It says softly, softly, the tender touch. Right now, divine feminine, be gentle with yourself. Open your eyes and be honest about how you got in the situation and the position that you're in. That's really the only way to grow. The only way for us to grow is to take radical accountability for every single thing that happens in our lives. It doesn't matter if we intended it or not. Everything that shows up in our reality is a reflection to us of who we are, where we are, what we're thinking, where we're vibrating, who we're being in that moment, in that point in time. And right now, as you're going deep into your inner sanctum, as you're reflecting on your own shadow, as you're reliving some of your traumas so that you can heal and clear those karmic imprints that are living within your cells, that have been trapped in your energetic field because they haven't been properly integrated and dissolved. So in this process of healing, in this process of transforming and transitioning out of relationships, out of circumstances, out of certain spaces, be gentle with yourself while you're doing the inner work, while you're being radically accountable and honest with how you put yourself in this position. And remember and recognize, divine feminine, that everything that is happening in your life is happening for you and never against you. For you and never against you. So as you heal and as you grow and as you open up your crown chakra to receive the wisdom of source consciousness, the wisdom of the divine, and the insight and the clarity as to why you're growing through the experiences, why you have been learning the lessons that you have been having to deal with recently. Just remember to be gentle with yourself, because healing is not for the faint of heart. The journey of wow, the journey of being a divine feminine requires that you are willing to dive into the light. Dive for the light. We dive into the darkness. This card is diving for light. Diving for light. We dive into the darkness. We dive into the shadow within ourselves so that we can extract the light that is our unique essence, that is our unique emanation and vibration, that has been covered with illusions, that has been veiled and hidden because we needed to go into the darkness. And it's not for the faint of heart to do the inner work, to do the shadow work, to do the healing work. But that is the journey that the divine feminine is on. That is how the divine feminine receives and achieves and embodies her victory by being fearless enough to go deep within, to dive into the darkness and find the light of your own soul, the beauty and the glory that is at your core, that is your unique essence and your unique energy. There's so many twos here. Yeah, this is like surrender to the fact that your relationships are changing and transforming, divine feminine. Whether it's with a divine masculine, a soulmate, a twin flame, brother, sister, father, mother, partner. It can show up in so many different ways, because anyone who's truly important in our lives, no matter if they were for life or merely for a season, okay? Because people come into our lives for seasons and for reasons, and we have to be okay with that. You know, we have to be okay with learning the lessons that certain people came here to teach us, and then be willing to let them go on our way and let ourselves go on our way. Because when we don't, we chain ourselves to people and places and experiences that would If we kept them, if we held on to those things, it would hinder us from moving forward, from elevating to the next level, from upgrading our lives in the way that is meant for us to. So surrender. Don't resist shedding people, places, and things that have outlived their usefulness and their purpose in your life. Because anything that's meant for you will always come back around. And we just have to be willing to surrender to the process of life, surrender to what divine has in store for us, surrender to the path that our ancestors have carved out for us, and be okay with it, because divine has a more beautiful plan in store for us than we could ever envision or plan for ourselves. And we just have to be okay with that. Be okay with the fact that when we are willing to surrender and relinquish that which we're so attached to, what it does is it creates space for us to receive the gifts, Pandora's gift, to receive the gifts that are here for us, the gifts that live within us, and that when we clear the clutter, clear the baggage, clear the trauma bonds, clear the circumstances and the situations that are no longer for us, when we do that, we make space to receive a whole flood of incoming new gifts. And that's gifts in terms of your gifts, your unique talents, your unique magic and medicine will start to come online more and more, divine feminine, when you let go of what's not for you and make space for your own upgrade and to receive the gifts that divine is trying so hard to bring into your life. But divine cannot bring gifts into our lives, into your life, if you have not made the space to receive that gift. And Pandora, like when we say Pandora's box, that's like, there's so much in this little box. There's so much power. There's so much energy that when we blow the top off of that box, it's like everything comes rushing out. And that is the message that Spirit has for you, divine feminine. Stop caging yourself to that which is no longer for you, because it's a prison, it's a cage. It's keeping you stuck in an old version of yourself that you've outgrown, essentially. And that's really painful. It's really painful when we've outgrown a version of ourselves that we're still holding so tightly onto. It doesn't work. So the only way, dream a beautiful dream. Know that which is ahead of you is far more luxurious and grand and beautiful and divine and fulfilling and joyful at the deepest levels. What is ahead of you, when you reach that, will make you recognize and see, like, what was I holding on to? What was I stuck in? What was I so afraid of? When the divine has been trying to bring you this beautiful dream the whole time. And it's the dream that's within you. It's the dream that is within you. So in this time of your healing, divine is saying, think bigger, baby. Dream bigger. What do you truly desire at the heart, at the deepest of level? What is your heart's truest desire? What does your soul need to fulfill in this lifetime for that true satisfaction and fulfillment? In your healing process, tune in, tap in, write it down, create the plan, create the vision. It's time to get organized. It's time to get organized. The energy of victory is here for you, but the only way to be victorious and to live the life of your dreams is to be courageous enough to write down the dream and then write down all of the steps and fulfill the steps that are required to bring this dream to life and to live your dream life, baby. Because Divine Feminine, you're here to live your dream life. You didn't come here to be sad and tied up and bound and living a life that is mediocre, living a life that is stagnant. Like, Divine Feminine, you've been through too much for that. You gotta have the strength and the courage to pick yourself up off the ground, to heal your heart, and to remember your power. There was a point in your life, and you're now seeing this, that you relinquished your power. You gave your power over to others. You allowed them to take the driver's seat of your life. And now Spirit has come in to show you, through potentially challenging and turbulent and tumultuous experiences, that you're here for so much more. You're here to be your most beautiful and authentic self. It says natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside out. You never had to hide who you were. It was only because you were hiding your true and authentic self that you attracted people who were magnetized to that false version of you. And so those relationships had to fall. Those situations had to crumble so that you could return back to your authentic expression, so that you could return back to your true values and get back to what really matters for you in your journey, which is to emanate pure and natural beauty through your own radiance, through just sharing your unique magic and medicine. Don't put yourself in a box. Spirit's saying, LOL. Spirit is saying, you thought you were trapped. You thought you were stuck. But really, you were just holding yourself back from being you. So, Divine Feminine, I know that you're on this journey of self-discovery, coming back home to yourself, coming back home to your truth, coming back home to who you really are at your core. And know that you're supported, Divine Feminine. The angels and the archangels and the ancestors are saying you are so supported. You are supported beyond belief. Don't believe it. Know it. Know that your ancestors got your back. Know that Divine is orchestrating for you. Anything that you're worried about, give it to God. Give it to the Divine. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, relinquish the situation to the Divine for healing and answers. You already know what you need to do. This is just a reminder. You already know who you are. Oh. Cards flying. Divine Feminine, it's time for you to honor your spiritual path. Divine had to remove you from people, places, and situations that were holding you back from your authentic journey, from being your authentic self, from your coming into your true power and embodiment as a spiritual being. We're in physical bodies, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience, having a physical experience. Divine had to remove you from things that were going to hold you back from serving your divine purpose, from serving and fulfilling your divine mission, which is going to bring you that victory and that satisfaction that your heart truly desires and needs. So that is what I am seeing for the Divine Feminine. Know that the worst is behind you. Know that by investing in yourself, by setting healthy boundaries for yourself, by realigning with your values and what truly matters to you at the soul level, you will come out victorious. You will come out on top. Nothing and no one can stop you from your divine mission, from living your life, from living the life that you came here to live, baby. Divine feminine, remember your power, remember who you are, and continue to commit to your healing. Continue to hit your goals, your marks. Continue to commit to being your most beautiful and vibrant self. That'll keep you safe, it'll keep you protected, and it'll keep you away from the scammers, the schemers, the parasites, the vultures, and the vampires. You're too beautiful, you're too bright to put yourself around anything less than purity and sanctity, and you're too glorious and radiant to not demand reciprocity in all of your relationships and all of your engagements. So I love you, divine feminine. Know thyself. And this journey is a beautiful one. And this is just the beginning. Onward and upward from here, baby. So until next time, it is Goddess Adia. I love you, and be well, baby. Ashe.